Hey everyone, welcome back to the Be Alive channel. Today we're discussing Ageloss by Nature's Plus. It's a really nice multivitamin line, and we've got Peter here today, and he's going to be talking about what's inside each product, what makes them different, and what makes this line so special. Hope you enjoy.
All right, so let's talk about Ageloss. Really kind of neat, Nature's Plus Ageloss system. And it is really a system, but we first have to understand calobolic and anabolic. You know, calobolic is that aging process of things breaking down. Anabolic is actually the benefits of rebuilding. So that's what Ageloss is really focused on, is taking the body and actually helping rebuild stuff through inflammatory responses, going after free radicals, doing a lot of key things to really help support a healthy body. Now, when we look at inflammation, I say inflammation is the body's best friend and worst enemy. What do I mean by that? Well, we know that the body needs inflammation to heal itself. As an example, I cut my thumb, it started bleeding, and of course what happened is the body sent a natural response, an inflammatory response. So it sent the killer cells to help protect the tissue. It sent clotting cells to actually help stop the blood from bleeding. So that's a normal system that works. That's the same thing with a histamine reaction and different reactions that occur within the body, which is really very helpful. But it's when everything goes astray. So what happens when we have major inflammation in the digestive tract? Well, we may get irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut syndrome. All those are inflammatory responses gone astray. Same thing with allergic reaction. Allergic reaction is a histamine reaction that really shouldn't happen, and it's gone astray. Why? Because the system is out of balance. So Ageloss is really a whole way of rebalancing the whole system. And it's kind of unique because Ageloss starts off in as far as an anti-inflammatory, but then it goes through all the different key areas of really helping the body and helping key organs in the body. So let's jump into the first key product, which we call First Day. First Day is a major inflammatory system. The first part of it, I'm going to talk about 4 different parts here. The first part of all the Ageloss product is the First Day portion. That's the inflammatory portion of it. The second portion is called what we call the Flamaxyl Live enzyme blend. Why? To really help remove some of that oxidative stress off the cells. The next portion of it is something called Thione Complex, which I'll explain in a few minutes. And the last section is something called Rejuvabolic. And Rejuvabolic has to do with the ability to fight the free radicals. So I want to go through the first portion, which is called First Day. First Day is the major inflammatory modulator. I have this really nice chart, which you'll be able to see at the end of the program. And it talks about all 8 modulators of inflammation and what we have in all of the Ageloss products to actually address those 8 different modulators. And as you can see from the sheet, some are highlighted in yellow. The ones highlighted in yellow are the major modulator for that particular inflammatory modulator itself. So they're the ones that actually are going to address the problem. There are some minor ones in there, which are very important too. So there's not just one product that actually addresses all the inflammatory modulators, and that's real key. And that's what we really learned from Ageloss. So if I'm looking like C-reactive protein, you need serrapeptase for that. But it also has acai, green tea, turmeric, rhodiola, grapeseed. And those are some of the minor ones. COX-2, which is pretty the easy one, that's acai, turmeric, rhodiola, grapeseed extract, trans-resveratrol, hydroxyltyrosol, green tea. TNF is tumor nitrosis factor, serrapeptase. And again, as you go through these sheets and as you look at the information, you're going to see that each one of these is addressed in order to keep those inflammatory modulators in control, which is really key. And that's what we did. One of the ingredients I talked about in here was something called hydroxyltyrosol. And if I look at the antioxidant portion of it, you know, we do have serrapeptase, which is an anti-inflammatory, but it's an antioxidant. We have CoQ10, which actually is also an antioxidant and has some anti-inflammatory properties to it. Bromelain 7, same thing. Olive leaf. Now in the olive fruit itself is something called hydroxyltyrosol. Only 25, real unique. And I want to just talk about that real quick so you get a good understanding, because that is in all the Ageloss products. It is a super antioxidant. Now, antioxidant values are measured by ORAC value. If we look at Ageloss First Day, the ORAC value is 10,000 ORAC value. What does ORAC mean? ORAC is oxygen radical absorption capacity. And that is a mechanism to be able to measure the oxidative capacity of any food to fight free radicals. And we'll go through a little lesson on free radicals when we do this. A lot of people suffer from high blood pressure, and that's what makes this real unique. What makes it unique is the amount of potassium in there. A lot of times you're going to see potassium at only 99 milligrams. And the reason why, it's a mineral. And for safety factors, they have it at 99 because it's caustic, and if it was a high amount, it could actually damage your esophagus. Now, this is all from food. So food, we can extract a lot of potassium from it. Potassium definitely helps the heart. So it's 1,200 milligrams of potassium from Balboa, which is the green peppers, carrots, green tea, bananas. So that's where we're getting those sources. The anti-inflammatory source in there. It's got pentotrol, which is a real unique resveratrol, which is going to focus on that blood pressure problems also. N-acetylcysteine, oreganox. So all the key ingredients in there, along with the magnesium, the potassium, vitamin C, all the stuff to really focus in on high blood pressure. Real unique product and going after the inflammatory response. Of course, we know people have digestive problems, acid reflux and other problems. We have Digestive Support, which focuses on those areas, going after the inflammatory modulators that cause the problems, short-chain fatty acids, some of the key ingredients to help build the mucosal membrane, the live enzyme blend in there, and all the other key stuff to really support a healthy digestive tract. Then we jump to eye support. Great for floaters, dry eye. Actually, there's also lutein in there. It's a crystallized lutein, like Floraglow, so really key. What it does, it's very absorbable, and that's going to help the body against macular degeneration. Bilberry, good for night blindness. Grapeseed, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin. Really really good amount of all those key ingredients. Lutein, we know there's 20 milligrams of lutein, which is the right amount. So it's going to focus on inflammation of the eye, dry eye, floaters, all the stuff that negatively affects the eye pressure, help lower eye pressure, glaucoma, all the areas to really support healthy eye. Then we jump to an energy support product, which is actually going to give you energy. Real unique. It's not going to stress your adrenal system. We actually add adrenal support complex to this to support the adrenal system. A lot better than those energy drinks they have out there that you're buying at 7-Eleven and stuff like that, because they do stress the adrenal system. This does have L-theanine to calm things down, and isotyl choline. It does have some green tea in there. It has some stuff to really give you that energy. B12 and the other B vitamins, which really focus on good energy, which is the key. I love the hearing support. I had a gentleman who had 10 years of ringing in the ears. He took this. Within 90 days, it was gone. He got off it for a little too early. The ringing started coming back. He came into the health food store and bought 3 bottles so he wouldn't run out. So he kept doing that until he finally cleared it all up, which is really key. So Tone Away, really unique. It's got a real unique rosemary in there. Again, working on the inflammation, working on the inflammatory responses, has all the key ingredients to support a healthy ear. Definitely has the right probiotics in there. Which is the K12 and M18, does really support healthy inner ear probiotics and definitely helps in that area. Hair support, real unique. It's going to help in alopecia, DHT, dihydroxytestosterone. So it has the polyphenols in there from grapes. So it really goes after inflammation. If we look at a hair follicle, it's got these little tiny blood vessels that feed the follicle. And what happens is they'll get choked off because of hormonal damage. And what this does, it has the right ingredients to remove the hormones. It's got bamboo silica in there, which actually helps rebuild that tissue. After we remove that, increases the blood flow, hair starts growing again. We do have a 5-year window. If we go past the 5-year window, I'm sorry, you're going to have to get a hair transplant if it's gone past that. So the earlier you catch this, the better off you are. It is going to get rid of that inflammation in the hair. It's got all those, it's got the biotin in there. It's got MSM, which is a key ingredient to help build all that connective tissue. Like I said, it's got a collagen complex in there. It's got the apple polyphenols in there. It's got PABA, L-cysteine. It's got that blend in there. It's got all the key vitamins that support healthy hair. And that's what it's really about. My other favorite one's the joint support. Really kind of unique as far as a joint support product. You know, we see a lot about joint support products with the glucosamine, the chondroitin, the MSM, and other key ingredients. What makes this unique is it's got Tenuguard, we not only are going to support the healthy joint and rebuild joint material, but we're actually going to work on the connective tissue around the joint. So Tenuguard is really kind of unique. It's type 1, type 2, type 5, and type 10 collagen along with hyaluronic acid. This is a patented product, unique blend from eggshell membrane. So, which is really going to support that healthy collagen, and we're actually going to support rebuilding synovial fluid, which is the liquid that helps support that. We have Aptoflex in there, which is a real unique Boswellia, which is about 28 times faster than any other Boswellia out there. Receptomax, which is a really unique chondroit and very small molecule, very easy to absorb. The vitamin C, magnesium is glycinate, which is really key. So it's got all the real key ingredients really to support that healthy joint and go after the inflammation that's causing the pain, which is really key. I do take that one. I don't have joint problems, but I've had a few little injuries happen over the years, and I've taken it for that. I do take the Prostate Support. Definitely going to be for a healthy prostate. Definitely going to get rid of the inflammation. Definitely going to help you from getting up in the middle of the night going to the bathroom. It does have the saw palmetto in there, but it does have some key amino acids in there that really focus on a healthy prostate. It does have the astaxanthin in there. It's got Reset, which is a really unique saw palmetto, 800 milligrams. So it really focuses on total prostate health, getting rid of the inflammatory modulator that's causing the problem in the first place. Thyroid. Really unique because a lot of women don't really, sometimes they may have maybe a little underactive or a little overactive, and it doesn't show up. But that's what makes this unique, because it's got a blend in here of a unique hops. And that hops, actually Zamanol hops, and it focuses on basically balancing that out. If it's overactive, it brings it down. If it's underactive, it brings it up. It's got the right enzymes in there. It's going to focus on that repair mechanism. It does have the selenium in there, so it does have all the right ingredients to support a real healthy thyroid. And then one of my favorite ones, which I always suggest they take with the thyroid, and that is the Adrenal Support. Listen, any woman that's premenopausal and postmenopausal needs to be on the Adrenal Support. Why? Because it really goes after the whole adrenal system. It really helps bring it into norm. Stress can affect your adrenal system, and we know, especially women that have gone through menopause, they start producing a lot of enzymes and stuff, causing them to gain weight. They don't change their diet, and all of a sudden they're gaining weight. And that's because the adrenal system is so stressed out, because it's aiding and helping produce some of the hormones that a woman needs. They just don't stop producing. They're producing them in lower amounts, and it produces a lot of cortisol, which, again, that's that flight or fight, which also will increase the ability of the body to store more fat and gain weight. This takes care of all of that. It balances it out. It brings it back into norm. It actually helps the hormones in the adrenal system. It's got the right amount of D. It's got senrinol in there, which is really a unique ashwagandha that actually mimics the cortisol and helps the body stop producing it. Uses DGL licorice. DGL licorice in the blood system makes it look like cortisol. So again, it uses two different mechanisms to really control that production of the cortisol. Then it balances out the hormonal part of the adrenal glands and really supports the whole system. So when we look at Ageloss, don't forget it's a system. You could take multiple products in Ageloss because it was built that way, but it's going to really help you keep the body healthy, reduce those inflammatory response, aid in fighting free radicals, giving you the right support and mechanism to really keep the body healthy. And that's what Ageloss is about. It's about keeping the body healthy. And I look at Ageloss, I've been taking it for several years, several of the products, and I look at, hey, listen, I'd rather take something for prevention than take something because I'm laid up in the hospital. Listen, I want to live a long, healthy life, and I want to be active all the way up into those later years of life. And that's why I look at prevention. And Ageloss is the ultimate prevention product. And come into the store. They can explain it to you. They can give you the right directions and guide you to the right Ageloss product that's really going to support your optimal health. So optimal health and wellness, look at Ageloss. It's the key to keep you healthy and young again. Thank you.